Welcome to the Know. I'm Ashley.
And I'm Adam.
So gaming channels on YouTube have been having kind of a hard time as of late, thanks to that, ongoing adpocalypse, with there's lots of reports of falling revenue. A lot of creators are considering jumping ship to different platforms because this is how they make their living. If they can't do that, they have to go somewhere else.
But now YouTube's stepping in with some new plans to help their gaming segment make more money. And
that's all good.
It'll be pretty familiar for those of you who spent any amount of time on Twitch, because that's basically what it is.
It really is. You read the featured list and it's Twitch. But is this the first step towards saving gaming on YouTube? Or maybe a sign that the adpocalypse, as such, is here to stay and the ad revenue itself for gaming videos isn't going to come back? These new plans were announced today on the YouTube creator blog, where the company unveiled a bold new initiative to help gamers earn a little extra cash.
Did they finally find a way to bring all those advertisers back into the fold? Did they revise their ad-friendly guidelines?
Nope, they're giving you sponsorships. And badges.
Really?
And badges, yes.
Wow.
The badges are the big thing, let's be honest. The company wrote, with sponsorships, fans can purchase digital goods directly from your channel and support you via monthly recurring payments of $4.99 US. Sponsors get cool insider perks, such as a custom badge for live chat that will help them stand out from the crowd, and custom emoji. These badges and emoji are designed by you for your fans. As you gain more sponsors, you will unlock more emoji to be used on your channel. You can upload and use these in real time as you pass sponsorship milestones. Does that sound familiar?
No, what is that? It's so new. The blog post went on to say, whether your channel is still new or you've been a creator for years, we want you to be successful, and sponsorships is a part of a wider effort to help build your business on YouTube.
If you're wondering what else is involved with the sponsorships besides the emoji, they outlined a few more details as well, like the fact that sponsors will get their own exclusive live chat for streams, plus immunity from slow mode. Channels with sponsorships enabled can also set up additional perks through third-party services via things like Streamlabs or exclusive Discord sponsor-only servers, so you can do things like notifications that will pop up in the chat and be annoying to everyone, like, hey, so-and-so sponsored.
YouTube also outlined how some creators have already had success with this, like Rocket Beans, One Shot Girl, and Game Attack.
Our friends at Game Attack.
They also announced that these changes are live as of today for any channel eligible for sponsorships.
That list includes channels that are marked as gaming, are enabled for live streaming, are monetized, have more than 1,000 subscribers, belongs to someone over 18 years of age, is located in a region where sponsorship is available, and last but not least, is in compliance with YouTube's terms and policies. So, you know, that they don't have a whole bunch of strikes and stuff.
Of course, not mentioned in the blog post is the reason they're having to do this to begin with is because of all that pesky lost ad revenue for gaming channels that's been going on for the better part of 2017. All of that trouble started around April when tons of advertisers pulled support for YouTube after ads appeared next to controversial subject matter and extremist content.
The resulting hit of all the advertisers boycotting YouTube, which came out to hundreds of millions of dollars to YouTube's ad business, ended up forcing the company to make a pivot. The result was a more family-friendly focused YouTube algorithm, which quickly demonetized any video that could be seen as controversial, like all of video games.
This was referred to as the adpocalypse and hit several prominent creators in different ways, forcing that many to diversify their income and become less reliant on YouTube. As a result of all that, a spotlight got placed on gaming videos in particular because some of them violate YouTube's ad-friendly guidelines due to depictions of fake violence.
Right, or there's, you've got gameplay, oh, and there's a gun in it? Yeah, that's not okay. Actually, there have been a lot of other categories of YouTube videos hit as well, like, for example, gun videos. But we mostly focus on gaming here, so that's what we tend to talk about. And all of that stuff has had a pretty nasty side effect on a lot of gaming channels, especially those that focus on maybe 1 or 2 games for their Let's Plays and streams, like a Call of Duty or Destiny, where they don't have that sort of broad category to sort of share the burden of that. With all these changes, a lot of creators are having to seek asylum either through Patreon support or a shift to more Twitch-focused content where they can get a lot of those subscriptions and ongoing revenue.
And now the solution? Here, have some badges.
Here's your badge. Badges? We don't need no stinking badges!
Or other Twitch features that have already been implemented other places, but please, don't go to Twitch.
Please stay here. So this is one of the first big bones thrown to the gaming segment by YouTube because entities they kind of get stuck in this weird limbo right now. While YouTube saw huge growth thanks to the gaming segment in years past, it's grown pretty clear as of late that gaming is one of the more, let's say, difficult areas for YouTube in terms of the platform's future, mostly because it represents a pretty significant risk for advertisers, or at least the algorithm that sees guns. see it as a risk for advertisers.
So YouTube's hands are a little bit tied. They don't want to just up and leave gaming in the lurch, hence the badges and sponsorships, but they aren't going to sacrifice the whole platform for one category either. And if gaming is going to get in the way of advertisers, we might just be seeing the beginnings of YouTube washing its hands of ever hoping to fix the problem.
Yeah, it does seem like they're not saying, hey gamers, we'll fix the algorithm and ad revenue will come back. They're saying, here's another way to make money. Which, on the one hand, I think everyone would like to see the ad stuff come back. On the other hand, this monetization strategy has clearly worked very, very well for Twitch. And if your subscriber base is already here, this is one way they can incent gaming creators to stay. It's a way for them to, at least one little step to help them to get those gaming creators to stay on YouTube where they already are, help them put a little bit more money in their pockets. But given the actions over the past few months, it seems like they might be willing to drop the segment a little bit. They're gonna just, they've got to let gaming go for advertisers in order to ensure the health of the platform as a whole for the future, because in reality, they can make a lot of money with family-oriented content. Have you seen the videos of just people opening toys for kids? Those are insane.
Just like the adpocalypse was a wake-up call for YouTube, it's also been a wake-up call for entertainers as well. As we've already mentioned, a number of creators are realizing that they have to diversify their revenue streams in order to keep their business healthy, because it's never a long-term solution to have most of your money in one basket. Unfortunately, a few have learned that lesson the hard way.
Yeah, it is a little bit tricky. You want to make sure that if something backs off a bit, like we're seeing ad revenue here, that you have something to fall back on. So in this case, they're looking at things like subscriptions. A lot of people have been doing Patreon and that sort of thing to spread the load a little bit. So we'll see if these new measures can save the gaming segment. For some of the larger creators, it'll definitely help put a bandage on the lost revenue wound. For a few, it could make a pretty significant difference. If you look at a lot of smaller channels with really engaged audiences, those ones can really potentially monetize way beyond what they could do from just ad revenue.
Yep. But on the flip side, we'll probably see mid-level creators continue to struggle, especially for streamers who tend to focus on one or two video games that don't perform as well as they used to. Even if it helps as a temporary stopgap, creators who saw their money go away so quickly might be hesitant to trust YouTube's programs again, and for good reason.
Yeah, overall, I think, well, this is not, it's not an amazing thing to have the ad revenue go away. This is a nice way for them to try to bring it back a little bit, to try to keep gamers on their platform. And as long as people have diversified their revenue streams, like if you're selling merch, if you're selling these sponsorships, if you're doing all that in addition to relying on ad revenue, that's actually a much healthier long-term business for people, I think. But what do you guys think of YouTube's new sponsorship program for content creators? Enough, or signs that they've kind of thrown in the towel on gaming creators for ad revenue? Let us know in the comments.
For future updates on all things related to gaming, remember to like this video and subscribe to the know. YouTube also outlined how some creators have already been
belong to someone 8 years of age or older.
Eight.
What? More, as long as they're over 8.
Of course, not mentioned in the blog post is that the reason